The unfortunate thing that happens, especially in the US, we only reuse 5% of the plastic that we generate. A lot of our plastic is either goes into the ocean, goes into our waterways, goes into a landfill, gets burned, or gets shipped. Where does it get shipped? It gets shipped to Asia.
Taylor DuBose has been interested in reducing, reusing, and recycling since he was young, and now he's made that passion his business.
We work with vendors that are based in Asia, and what they do is they are able to collect the waste and collect the plastic, break it down, melt it into thread-like material, and then sew it into patches of fabric, and then we start to add together the zippers and pulleys and all the different things that become a bag and backpack.
DuBose is founder of SUS, short for Sustainable Utilization System. They sell bags, apparel, and accessories made with recycled materials.
Our goal is to have fun, but also make sure that we're changing the mindset and making it more commonplace to have sustainable practices in everyone's life.
The backpacks are warranted for life and range in size from 16 liters to 35, with labels that indicate how many plastic bottles were used to make it.
Our other goal outside of just being sustainable is being affordable, so our pricing reflects that.
In 2024, SUS also launched their Reborn initiative. They collect used bags, clean and repair them, then distribute them to children and adults in need.
We get volunteers that help sew the bags and backpacks for us. The fact that we can do this initiative is inspiring to me because there are a lot of people out there that can't afford a bag or backpack.
Ori comes from origami, from this concept of creating different shapes with kind of the same form.
Ori Living produces space efficiency solutions, functional furniture systems powered by electromechanics.
It's a product that allows us to transform the space from a living room to a bedroom.
The company was conceived at MIT by two Spanish engineers, Ivan Casadevante and Asier Larrea.
You have to make those small spaces feel and act as if they were much larger. And that's where we started thinking about robotics, thinking about engineering, and how we bring all those technologies to make it possible to live large in a smaller footprint.
The concept is not new. Fold-up beds first appeared in the 18th century, and in the early 1900s, William Lawrence Murphy patented his version, the Murphy bed.
The problem is that for 100+ years, they have not evolved. They have become a little bit stigmatized.
Ori's model is ultra-modern in its minimalist design and technology integration.
The touch of a button is probably what's the most intuitive for a lot of users, but it also works with the app. Everything is connected to Wi-Fi.
That means the systems can also connect to smart speakers.
You can actually say, hey Google, drop my bed, and it will automatically drop.
Ori's cloud bed studios operate vertically, while the Pocket Studios move horizontally. The small motors that power them have safeguards built in.
The system has safety sensors integrated into it. How those work is as soon as it detects a force that it's not expecting, then it will stop and retract. If someone is laying on the bed and you try to move it up, the bed won't allow you to do that. If the power goes down, the user can actually move everything manually.
For those whose home is also their office, these systems offer peace of mind in a different way.
You are working at home and then you want to stop working, then you touch it and then your home changes to your new need, which is now maybe you want to watch TV or do some other stuff. That kind of change of space, that helps mentally.
A way to maximize the minimalist living experience.
When you think about small, when you think about affordable, the types of ideas that come to your mind are compromise, are dysfunctional. Well, if we could make those apartments the coolest in the markets, that's when we start to change the conversation.
Wow, and as of right now, Oreo Studio systems are not available for purchase by individual consumers.
Right, they're working sort of exclusively with apartment complexes that have multiple units, but they are hoping and looking to expand in the future to hotels and also to student housing as well.